Welcome to 30 Star Wars characters described in one sentence. Let's get started. Despite going on countless missions with R2, Ben Kenobi wholeheartedly denies ever owning a droid in his entire life. Welcome to the droid that's Super Saiyan 3 in the prequels, and Krillin after episode 3. Although considered one of the most powerful Sith Lords of all time, Palpatine's most impressive feat was peer pressuring Anakin in only 10 seconds to go against a decade of indoctrination and entirely contradict his own moral code. If you haven't heard of this character, I'm not surprised. Even when appearing in episode 1 and immediately beating a Jedi Master, the trend of taping lightsabers end to end was still only practiced by filthy space hipsters. Introducing the only black guy in the entire galaxy during the reign of the Galactic Empire. The only negative thing about Gonk Droid is that he sets an unrealistic standard of attractiveness for viewers. I'm the only guy in the movies to have a purple lightsaber, served as Grand Master of the Jedi Order, and defeated Emperor Palpatine in single combat, but I was defeated by some suggestible orphan kid. My two most prominent characteristics are somehow being elected queen at the age of 14 and flirting with 9-year-old boys. Admiral Akbar's entire story arc is just a fish getting caught in a trap. The only reason Grievous was taken down is for whatever fucking reason he agreed to 1v1 Space Jesus. Introducing Uncle Pepe. Despite becoming the template of the clone army, Jango Fett decided to continue to take on a Jedi Master instead of retiring with his trillion space bucks. The only reason BB-8 was so sought after by the First Order was because he's impossible to knock over, therefore invincible. Introducing the oldest and most powerful of the tiny fraction of remaining Jedi who just pieces the fuck out when he was needed the most. Instead of buying insanely expensive Star Cruisers, the Resistance could just develop 100 clones of Poe and be 3 billion times more effective. For some fucking reason, everyone seems cool with what is essentially a mute genius of a manservant who had his personality completely erased. Finn is living proof that taking off an Imperial helmet increases accuracy by an average of 700%. Introducing the thoroughly trained dark-side user who was beaten by a fucking salvager holding a lightsaber for the first time. For a droid who can fluently speak 6 million languages, C-3PO sure doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. Quite suitably, the most significant thing we see this character do in the movies is bail on a bad situation. You were always nice to me, don't come to the Jedi Temple tomorrow. As an audience, Han Solo is as much of a smuggler as Mario is a plumber. Now witness the most powerful Sith in the entire galaxy. The only comprehensible use for Captain Phasma was to sell more merchandise. Introducing one of the most menacing characters in the entire universe, who people are expected to trust with their life. Even when compared to the guy who refused to evacuate the Death Star, killing over 1 million people in the process, most consider Admiral Holdo as still the worst leader in Star Wars history. Despite being one of the most popular characters of the entire franchise, Boba Fett only has 4 fucking lines in the original trilogy. Introducing the guy who was able to beat Yoda in a duel, but died getting sucker punched by a pair of dipshit clones.